Friday. Where's my gang at? Check in, check in, check in. It's Friday, so y'all already know. Happy Friday, guys. Yes, it is Friday. You already know Freebie Fridays. If you want to email this, check your emails. Check your emails, check your emails. There's some awesome, amazing things in there that will not be available for a long time. Check your emails, check your emails, check your emails. Um, Another thing before I jump in, I'm talking about credit this morning. Hope you guys have said your prayers. Hope you spoke some affirmations. And after you focus on yourself, and then you can focus on being an impact to someone else. If you're new to this platform and you're not currently on the email list, you will miss some amazing Freebie Fridays out today. Every week is something else. This month, I'm focusing on credit. If you're not on the email list, go to faithfamilyfinance.co, www.faithfamilyfinance.co. Before I jump in, I see a couple of my people online. Drop me a heart and let me know you're okay. Let's share and send some love. If you're on Facebook, drop a heart. Let's share and send some love. I hope you guys have had a really great week. Mine has been full of ups and downs. I see the love pouring through. Thank you guys. You are amazing. My week has not been perfect. It's been some up and downs, but we're pushing through. Some things you have to address on my plate today, and it's not going to defeat me. Let's just look at it in a positive manner. It's not going to defeat me. So, guys, the reason that I want to talk about repossession, the reason I brought up the topic to talk about repossession, I talked about repossession briefly on a different live. I got some DMs from people saying, hey, this is awesome. Nobody talks about this, da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, nobody talks about, the real enough anymore. The bottom line is these things happen. So people were just, I guess, blown away or couldn't really believe, like, yo, this girl's talking about she had a repossession. Yes, life happens. Life definitely happens. It happens to the best of us. We tend to look at people's lifestyle on social media or lifestyle of people that we know, and they portray themselves in certain manners as if there's nothing going on in the back end. 2015 was a rough time for me. I've been that person, just consistently trying to build so strong. All we know is to, push through, and don't really want to show weakness, whether it be a fear of being judged or, you put on this persona for so long, you feel like people know you for, being a strong one, having nice things, or, always being this person. But we always, we just don't want to show that side, but it's there. Nobody's perfect. People go through stuff, right? So I don't care to talk about it because it is a real thing. Now, I talked about it 2015, right? This is the thing. It's 2021. I don't hear any credit professionals talking about repossession. They don't talk about the hardship or the downside of what comes from not being educated on credit or staying on top of your game, right? They all talk about or show all of the credit cards and all of the things you can have if you join a program. If you have a high score, you can do all of this and know all of that. But I personally believe, from a personal standpoint, and then with my clients, with my audience, we talk about the real things, about the, what happened from not keeping a healthy credit score, what happened from not being educated enough, and repossession is one of those things. So people share what they want to. So a lot of the people that you see, you can get approved for all these credit cards, increase your score. We got you covered. We're going to add you some trade lines, da da da. We want to hear some stories of where they come from. How do they, get to this place, or what personally did you go through for you to fall in love with the credit industry, or increasing your credit? What was your personal story, right? And I was like, 2015 was a rough time for me. I had things go on after that, but 2015 was really, really rough, right? It's 2021. People are experiencing repossession right now. People are experiencing eviction right now. People are experiencing hardship, living check to check right now. People are going through a slew of things. We tend to see so many people out here doing great things, and so many people are being blessed. They're in the time where they planted all of these seeds, or now this is their reaping season, and that's fine. Everybody's situation is different, but it is a lot of people that's still going through it, guys. People are living in hotels, people are sleeping in their cars, people are losing their jobs, all of these things, right? I'm not saying, let's, you know, that I don't feel any type of empathy for them. I do, but it's like, it's people on the internet that need the real. It's people on the internet that are looking for, okay, I haven't reached that maximum level yet. I'm working on some things, I'm staying hopeful and I would love to get there. So we still have that area of people as well. They're just looking for the right person to trust, and they're looking to run across the right information that they personally need. And I know because I've been there. You don't know who to trust. You're looking for information, but sometimes you don't even know what information you're looking for. Do I focus on the business first? What about the 9 to 5? What can I afford? What should I be doing first? People don't know. So I like to focus and talk on the things that's going to help that person that was once, that is now in a predicament of where I was before, because nobody talks to us. And I know that because, again, I personally been there. And then you're looking at the world, everything in the whole, and everybody's like, oh, I'm here. What happens to the people that's, helping the people that's, like, you can be at the, everybody's definition of bottom is different. That person could be like, here, just trying to like, but nobody addresses those things because everybody's so like up here. So I was like, I want to talk about this thing. It's a thing that needs to be talked about, right? Yes. Voluntary versus involuntary repossession. I experienced coming outside of my home to go to work in the morning, car going. You already know that something is going to happen, or it's going to happen, because in the back of your mind, you've been messing up. You've been late. You owe them money. But it's like, what am I supposed to do? What else can I do? I'm trying my best. I need to, da 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 da. And then boom, it's gone. It messes your credit up to the core. Again, it will tear your credit down terribly, guys. I know this personally. Tear your credit down to the core. If you're new and you've never been or any of my lives, you're like, who is Finance Muslima? This girl's talking about some really great stuff. I want to get to know her, dive into this. Don't be a stranger. Join us over here. Go to the website, www.faithfamilyfinance.co, www.faithfamilyfinance.co, and make sure you stay connected. Don't be a stranger, because we'll be forever talking about the real. Thank you. So then, boom, that repossession happens. Tore my credit down terribly. When I say terribly, I didn't even think, that it could be that low, or I didn't even think that it was that crucial. And seriously though, guys, and the major thing is that I didn't even know that my credit would be needed to build wealth, level up my life, and do all of these things and these big dreams that I wanted to do, right? I had no idea how important my credit was, um, to get these things done. And it's like this. Even if I did know, what could I do if I had no emergency fund? Never knew about I should have emergency fund, but when hard times in life start to happen, I had money in a savings account. if anybody taught me about having a backup stash savings account, then I probably wouldn't have fell short on a lot of late payments, as a lot of people. Credit score terrible. So the thing about it, the repossession, whether it was voluntary or involuntary, stays on your credit report for 7 years. Not everybody. I can say that I was blessed enough to get mine off, working with some really great credit professionals. I can also say that my assistant and I have been truly, truly worked hard to get one off of one of our clients, right? So I was on that side of the game of experiencing the repossession, and then now I'm on the other side of the game of I have to help people get this because baby, people need second chances. Some people are irresponsible, but when you meet your client, you know your client. I'm looking at this person as if this was me going crying to the credit professional, like, yo, I need help. I gotta do something. Like, I can't purchase a car. These interest rates is terrible. I can't afford $500 a month right now. I need a car. I gotta make some money. I got a child. That was me. So everybody deserves second chances. If you're a responsible person and you're level-headed, you're going in this in with a positive trait and trying to really do things in your life. People really want to buy houses. Like, we're helping people really get approved to buy their dream home. So life does exist after having a repossession. If anybody never told you, yes, it does. You don't have to let your credit sit there or wait 7 years and like, oh, I'll take care of it later for now and I'll just do whatever. Sometimes you gotta rock out, drive a rental car, or maybe buy a used car, inexpensive, and just pay the high notes until you can get it removed or until it gets off. This is 2021. A lot of car places are really more lenient. They will approve people with it on it, but this is the thing: you're going to have the money. You're going to have to be able to afford it because they'll give you a car, a $15,000 car, but do you have $500 a month to drive it? The 99.9% of the time is not even going to be worth $500 a month. But this is the situation that we're put in under these circumstances when these things happen. So you could look at it in a way as, okay, do I have that money to pay this for now until I get this situation under control on the back end? Or what am I going to do? Because it is a process and it does take time. The negative items can weigh really, really heavy on your credit, and they really do. And again, I know that from experience. And when you have those heavy things, again, it means that trying to get another line of credit, not even just a car, trying to get a credit card, getting approved for an apartment, jobs are even doing pulling credit reports right now. Seeing a repossession on there, seeing evictions on there, certain things like that, it makes a difference in whether or not you're going to be approved or denied. It makes a difference. And then also those high scores, those repossessions and all those things definitely increases your credit rates. So when I say increase your interest rates, I mean as if you have a repossession on your report. You go to this car lot I just talked about that approved 99.9% of people, right? They let you walk away with a $15,000 car, $5,000 a month. That's because you are high risk, right? Versus a person that walk in without any repossessions on their report. They walk away with the same car for $300 a month. $200 difference. Like, that's how huge interest rates makes a difference in this game. And also, so after that, you must try other credit building solutions. But I will say this, I learned that prior to starting credit building solutions, you have to work on getting it off. You're going to work with a credit professional to get it removed. Where are you at it? How many years have you had it? What does it look like? Have you even seen it on your credit report? What does it say? Is all of these things correct? Is some of these things inaccurate? That's why you need to have a credit professional that can spot out these things for you, contact them and get these things removed for you or get it fixed per se. Ensure that your credit coach knows the appropriate way to handle this. If you don't have a credit coach, I sent out an email this morning. If you're on my email list, I said I'm taking in one free mom. I'm taking in one mom that I'm going to do credit repair for. I'm going to waive the startup fee to the program. I said, text me the word credit to 704-396-3496. Text me the word credit to 704-396-3496 and get approved for this free startup fee. If you need these things done, I highly suggest that you do it because you're a credit professional again as well. What me and my assistant came to know that is a thing is focusing on the laws in that particular state, and there's certain things that need to be in that credit letter to fight for you that sometimes when we DIY, you might not have the appropriate things. Some people have great DIY letters to get charge-offs and things off like that, but when it comes to repossessions and evictions, it's a whole nother ballgame. And then really, just expressing to you guys that once it's been reported and, it is a thing, you're not staying in contact with them. Or if you do stay in contact with them and they're like, look, we've done all we can do to help you. This is what we have to do. We're sorry. This is protocol. You got to figure it out afterwards. What are you going to do? How are you going to move? And then again, I always tell people, not even with repossessions and evictions, with anything coming into or enter into being a member of Cullen & Credit LLC's credit program. We don't do no guarantees over here. There's no set price that I'm going to charge you to be in this program for 3 to 6 months, 9 months. And I'm not going to over guarantee you all this stuff like, oh yeah, we're going to do da 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 da. Because listen, when you know business, when you know how you work with credit repair companies and you know there's a process, I would never guarantee anybody anything. And a lot of times you can't even get it back sometimes in that manner because you're a credit professional. You shoot a letter to the Credit Repair Bureau, whether it be Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian, you have to wait 30 days for a response. If I take $1,500 from you and say, let us work on your credit for 6 months, what can we typically do in 6 months? Yeah, you get a lot done in 6 months, but what are you guaranteeing people that you're going to remove that you cannot remove? So that's why we don't do things that way, right? So if you're working with a credit professional that's guaranteeing you these certain things, I don't understand how they do it or what they are doing. But I do know that once you shoot a letter off to any company, any 3 bureaus, you have to wait at least 30 days for a response before you can shoot another one back and keep shooting your shot because that's the name of the game. And it definitely takes patience. It takes time. And once you get to a certain point of that cleaning, then you can start to add on different trade lines, increase your score. Some people don't believe in trade lines. That is what I've personally done after repossession to get my credit booming and get it back on track. And I just want to really, really encourage you guys and just let you guys know that this thing of having, mastering this credit thing and getting this thing down pack is the way to go because it will affect a lot of decisions that we need to make. It's going to affect whether or not you be in the platinum club or the black club. Like it really affects decisions on our life. So I wish that I knew the importance of credit and how I would be able to leverage it now that I didn't know before, but timing is everything. So if you need some more research, you need some more go-to, you're like, hey, Lucretia, I'm that person, I have this, that. Well, I need to ask you some questions and all of that. We have a free consultation. So you just have to click the link in the bio, get your free consultation, chat with me. Let's see what you got going on and how we can assist. And you can go to www.faithfamilyfinance.co and make sure you stay connected. And I'll give you guys some primary trade lines that you can add to as well to get yourself rolling. But see, you need to understand how to use trade lines and so forth, because people think, they have a 500 score and you got 30 negatives on the background. And hey, I want to use some trade lines right now. A lot of times you shouldn't, or you should wait, for a little minute, because it's an order and a sequence. Like I tell you guys, it's strategy for everything. It's really strategy for everything. So I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. If you're on the email list, check out the Freebie Fridays. Go grab yourself. I don't even know what I got on there. I forget. We set these things up so much in advance, but go in there and grab yourself something. Check out the freebies. If it's not for you, you have family and friends that need financial education or different things, then grab them something too. If you're new, don't be a stranger. Come back and see.